No, 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 no. There's no figuring it out. It's creation. It's creation. It's you go with the vibe that feels good, and then you milk that. So it's like what I was saying earlier, like, so first of all, we live inside of conversations that were already made up. We never made them up. We were born into conversations where things were already created for us on our behalf, beliefs. You're born into these conversations about these beliefs. And then you start to adopt these beliefs as who you are. I don't matter. I'm not worthy. I'm not this. I'm not that. I can't have this. I can't afford it. I'm this. I'm that. Rather than I am powerful. I am joy. I am happiness, like embodied. So it's not figuring it out. It's really declaring who you are, and being joy feels like energetically, if you have a great relationship with your family, a warm hug from your grandmother. It feels like an embrace from your mother. It feels like the comfort of your father. So then, so does happiness, so does joy, so does success, so does love. You get into what you can resonate with until you can resonate with the thing that you really do specifically want. Because you have a program that tells you that you can't, or that doesn't allow you to fully believe it. And so to release that pattern of thought, it takes discovery, because you don't know what you don't know. Right. And it's the blind spot. It's that area that you cannot see that's running your show. Yeah. It's your subconscious. It's the beliefs that are running it's your programming. You break that programming, you release that programming, and then you replace that programming with a new affirmation, a new declaration about who you are. And when you make these powerful declarations, it literally begins to unfold, provided that you don't energetically get in the way. That's why when the doubt starts to come in, you don't be resistant to the negative thought. You just shift the thought. It isn't about thinking positive, like, thinking positive like that. It's like, no, I'm going to align with the thought that feels better. So I'd rather, if I'm thinking about my business doing $55,000 a month, and that's energetically difficult for me to wrap my mind around, what I can wrap my mind around is how it feels when all my needs are met, because they always really are. How it feels when I take my son lunch and his eyes light up when I walk into the room. How it feels when I am engaged in my business and I'm making a difference for somebody else. How does it feel when I'm sitting in front of the fireplace at my home talking on the phone to somebody that I care about? When I'm laughing, talking to my mom? When I see my mom and I haven't seen her for a long time? What does that feel like? Because all of those feelings are the same. So success feels the same as happiness, feels the same as joy, feels the same as love, feels the same as, high flying feelings, good vibes. But conversely, depression feels like sadness, feels like, adrenaline flowing from anxiety, feels like fear, feels like hate. Yeah. They energetically feel the same. And so it is, where do you want to energetically align? And then you align with that good energetic feeling. And then the thing that I got last year was now bringing in the part of the spiritual aspect of the ritual, getting into more of the cultural side of the authentic part of me, and the authentic part of my spirituality that goes beyond religiosity. Yeah. So, because that's the power of the contrast. So you have heartbreak and love go together. Just like joy and pain, the song Joy and Pain.
That's where the balance comes in.
It's the balance. And it's also, you can't know one without the other. Like, would you really know what it is to be happy if you didn't know what it is to be sad? Would you know what it is to be rich if you knew what it is to be poor? It's the contrast. That's why there's, in scripture says there will always be poor. The world will always have poor, because it's the contrast. You cannot know one without the other. Yeah, you use the power of the contrast to distinguish what you want from what you don't want. You know what you want by knowing what you don't want. And that's, so
comes.
Yeah, and so I like that you use the word find, because it is about discovery, because that's what transformation is about. It happens in the discovery of a thing, not the knowing of a thing. The knowing of a thing is more like when you step into the faith in your certainty. That's more moving, like I know that I know that I know. But when you're not moving and I know that I know that I know, you're not moving in certainty. That's not faith. That's more like hope. I'm hoping for something. And then hoping is like depending on something outside of you. It's not trusting yourself to be cause in the matter. You are cause in the matter. You are cause in the matter of your own circumstances in life. Nothing is really happening to you. It's really happening for you. It's a shift in your point of view. It's a shift in the way you're able to see it. It's a shift. Can you see it another way? There's always another way. There's always another way. So this is just a question, because it's about the body. It's about the way the body works.
Yes.
So I've seen women do, it's like BV is a heavy conversation all online. Everybody's got a product. Everybody's got some people have a gel. I've tried that. Nothing works better for me than the honey pot. She's got a suppository, but it gives you the firmness of it when it's room temperature, and it melts. But it's boric acid with these other herbs, right? And that restores my pH. Yeah. But what is happening when it increases the reoccurrence when a man is having unprotected sex with two women?
Semen has a neutral pH. It's not the right pH for the vagina. For only momentarily, it's okay. But it changes, it raises the pH to be less acidic. And the vaginal area keeps itself clean by being quite acidic. So it has to restore its own natural balance. So boric acid helps in that way. Not by mouth.
No, I got you. But I'm saying when the man though, what role does he play in it? Because you just keep getting it.
Yeah, I don't think we know all the answers, but part of it is that semen itself is a very high pH compared to what the vagina is. Much less acidic.
I know that part. And I'm so that